Yo, what's going on with it once again, ladies and gentlemen, bros, women, fanboys, and fangirls, and of course, otakus, Nikki, and buddies out there. Nintendo Sony Free 2011, aka Mini Wolverine. Of course, you guys invested interest in not towards this channel. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff. Sorry if you hear some noise in the background. Watch this little live stream from this dude. I get some information from Anime Manga News, which is on Mr. Hero. Hey, I disagree with a little bit of his little SJW like hot takes occasionally, sometimes, and there's other times where I truly agree with the man. Real funny ass dude. Definitely check him out. He's doing a stream thing right now as I speak. It'll probably be completely finished by the time you guys watch this video, though. Anyways, I'll leave the link to his channel. Like, funny ass dude, man. Real hot take. He kind of sounds like a little bit of a bratty sort of guy that like sounds real spoiled when he does like his little impressions of third wave feminism and SJW dumbasses and shit like that. But it's not what this video is about today. This is what this is about. E3, ESA confirms. I think that's what it says. I hope that's what it says. ESA confirms that E3 2020 has been canceled. And if you're not wondering who it is, that's the guy. Guy's funny as hell, man. I know he has to like censor himself a lot. He has his own little like website called nyanya.com. So definitely check that out. That's where I get some of my news from. If not from him, it's either Chibi Reviews, Tokyo Source, or another dude. Like once in a while, I'll get it from the Anime Man. I don't know. Anyways, one of the biggest events of E3 this year has been canceled, and the ESA has confirmed that E3 2020 won't be taking place. It comes from Scott Barrett, March 11, 2020. This goes on to say, one of the biggest gaming events. I'm probably going to read half of the article. Links down below to full this one. And some Xbox One news. Right here, insiders reveal Xbox PS5 and Xbox Series' crazy specs from BGR. So I'll get to that unless, I don't know, I'll leave it to racing point to see where I start talking about. I don't know. One of the biggest events of this year has been canceled. The ESA has confirmed that the E3 2020 won't be taking place due to concerns of the Spanish alcohol drink. Okay, you know what, right there. Like if you take this part out, you know why I call it the Spanish alcohol drink. And with the little Enya, I probably would add. Anyways, and I think next week, a little bit more personal information for me, maybe for you. If you're a Pokemon Go fan, the Abra Community Day next week Sunday is probably the last one I'm gonna go out because I'm not gonna risk getting any of this fucking shit here. Forget that mess. There's usually about 8,000, about 12, 15, 2,000 people. I go to that park over there, so that's probably the last time I'm going for a while, which is next week Sunday. So if you live out here in Las Vegas, Crescent Hills Park. Crescent Hills Park. If you want to meet me IRL. Anyways, the novel of the I almost said it. Novel of the Spanish alcohol drink, or Spanish beer drink, epidemic is affecting people all over the world, and a lot of public events have been canceled or severely restricted in an attempt to stop the risk of infection. Several key figures backed out of PAX East 2020 for the reasons, but this event at TwitchCon, Amsterdam, and GDC 2020 have been outright canceled, along with a number of competitive gaming events. And then it also goes on to say, after a night full of rumors, the ESA has confirmed that E3 2020 won't be taking place due to health and safety concerns. The ESA has released a statement outlining their reasoning for this cancellation of the event. After careful consultation with our member companies regarding the health and safety of everyone in our industry, our fans, employees, and the exhibitors, and our longtime E3 partners, we have made a difficult decision to cancel E3 2020 schedule from June 9th to the 11th in LA. Following the increase of overall concerns about Spanish beer alcohol drink, the Spanish alcohol drink, we felt that this is the best way to proceed during the unprecedented global situation. We are very disappointed that we are unable to hold this event for our fans and supporters, but we know this is the right decision based on the information we have here today. A little bit of a sad fucking time, but hey, it is what it is. Fuck it. Health and safety and cautionary shit come first, but don't get too completely paranoid about it. I don't know if there's any more after this. E3 2020 was due to take place in June of 2020. So the ESA is at least giving exhibitors and attendees plenty of warnings There have been lots of speculations of the Spanish beer drink that will lead to the E3 being cancelled. Despite previous statements of the ESA the contrary. Thus far, 2020 will be the first time the annual E3 hunt has been skipped since its creation in 1995. Oh, I thought it was the year before that, 94. Never mind. I barely remember shit at that time. I was like 5 years old, I think, at the time. I was like a fucking toddler, still in like training diapers. The question is now that what is the exhibitors will do in the absence of the event? Sony wasn't planning on going in the first place, but Microsoft and Nintendo can easily stream their announcements to their fans online. The smaller developers and publishers were planning on using E3 stage to promote their games, which will be hit the harder than this, because they don't have any kind of platform and exhibitors to their own titles. There is a lot more in this shit, so damn. Anyways, yeah, overall thoughts, views, and opinions. Some people, I was even saying this even way back in 2015 and 16, E3 was already slowly dying, man. This might be like the straw that broke the camel's back, as some people say it. So yeah, anyways, as far as all that shit goes, oh my god. This is going to be bad for Microsoft, because I know Microsoft has their little presentation too, but I don't think it's as big as Nintendo's and Sony's, so they're going to have to step the shit out of their advertisements. I mean, it's already been dying for a long time. It's ain't like it was in the 90s and 2000s, or like or at least like early 2000s, where internet was still very, very limited to some people. Not everyone was watching stuff. Well, YouTube didn't even exist. Live streams didn't exist. You know, the only way the internet existed as far as social media wise was like AOL and Yahoo Mail, and that was it. One of the earliest, like stuff like Friendster, Daily Booth, the old school MySpace from way back when. And MySpace is pretty much dead already, but you already know because Facebook took over after that. And that's like the equivalent. Blockbuster, MySpace was like the Blockbuster and Hollywood Video of what social media was. And then Facebook took over after that, and they were like the Netflix and Hulu afterwards. They still are big now, but it's something that probably your parents and grandparents probably used at this point. Anyways, as far as this goes, yeah, overall thoughts and opinions. It's a little bit of a sad fucking day, but I'm not surprised this shit happened. So I got to give a shout out to Scott Barrett. Got to credit is due there. And let's go on to the next one. Insiders reveal. Hopefully you can see that. What the GPU can do in the next gen games. So anyways, yeah. Hopefully this shit goes on fast, because if it doesn't, that's going to suck. But aside from that, my friends, oh man. This is like finally on the coffin for GameStop. Well, GameStop's a whole other thing. E3. I know I said E3 because E3. I said GameStop before because that shit's almost dying too good. Mr. Reggie Fils-Aimé, and then one of the CEO people that owns Petco or PetSmart, one of those two. Hey, they're still running in a very, very good business. It's a small little niche business, but it's still a business nonetheless. This comes from Chris Smith from BGR. Insiders reveal the PS5 series and its crazy specs mean. What does crazy specs mean? Excuse me, for the next gen games. I'm not sure if I'm going to this whole article too. It's a very, very long, lengthy article. I'm pretty sure that it is. It's from March 10th. It's from the other day. Sony's PS5 announcement is still nowhere to be found, but the Japanese gaming can't delay for much longer. Microsoft has already stooped 2 steps ahead, having revealed the Xbox Series X name and design in December. Most of expects in mid-February. But regardless for what the PS5 looks like, it'll almost have the same hardware in the Xbox Series X, and it'll deliver some of the same performances. In fact, it might deliver some even better performances of a massive PS5 leak from earlier this week if it was accurate. So it goes on to say, thanks to Microsoft's surprise of the Xbox Series X, we know exactly what this expect in terms of the graphics. Okay. Yeah, in terms of the graphics performance, for an Xbox Series X, 12 teraflops in GPU power, that's incredible, and a huge upgrade to the Xbox One's X. But what does it really mean? Teraflops alone don't really explain what the new gaming rig will be capable of, just like megapixels aren't the only ones important about the camera. However, several developers explaining what the GPU upgrade is about, and explanations will help eager gamers Bit understand the big improvement as they expect the PS5 and XLS. XSX. That sounds a very crazy tongue twister to say. Developer last week explained that the new games will strive with photorealism, aka I think that's supposed to be the ray tracing technology they have. Anyways, as far as that goes, what was it? The GPU graphics. GPUs won't be making the graphics on characters, but that's what. Oh yeah, although there's one part of the story IGN interview developers who provided the most details in upcoming PS5 Series X graphics performance. The GPUs won't improve the hair graphics or characters, but that's just a great way to explain that these power these machines because hair has been notoriously difficult to simulate, just like water, fire, and wind. Bruce Stanley, former creator of the Naughty Dog. Oh, is the creator of Naughty Dog, explains. I gotta have mad respect for this man, Bruce Stanley. Smoke, water, wind. Things like GPU rot processing has always been really difficult to make good hair. And then hair responding to the different environments. Hair and water and wind and hair gel. All the reactions that can be processed. Ray tracing, like I just said earlier, a fancy term you keep hearing about people when talk about the PS5 and Xbox Series S is also going to be improving graphics because developers will have better means to handling lighting. Future games will be a movie graphics like we've seen in Pixar, possibly in the games. According to Brian Cannon, Night School's Studios late developer, says ray tracing is probably the biggest gap between what the game graphics can do in a high-end. Oh, okay. I guess you're not going to read that. So, links down below if you want to read this whole article yourself. It's a very, very long one. The best part of the Xbox Series X is also features will be available to the same both smaller studios and larger companies. This means that all the teams will not have compromised graphics quality according to an anonymous developer. All these things are going to be more accessible to smaller teams, but basically machines are now handling much of the workload. A lot of the stuff we have to do on our side for similar effects is now just to given us. The reality is that we never could get to the point of where we could actually do that, and seems that we'll really like the developers would say. As a result, results are pretty stunning. So I think that's what's going to be easier for smaller teams in particular. Is it's easy to experiment with things that we have never done to experiment because we just didn't have the engine, we didn't have the ability to do it, and now just with brute force, this hardware is going to give us that. The new GPU performance will also improve gameplay experiences because the developers will not be able to just imagine new concepts, but also significantly increase the volume of titles involved in open worlds. Virtuous, and as I say, VP Gaming Elijah Freeman explains how the effect will impact gameplay going forward. One key is that almost will be certainly improved the volumetric effects such as smoke, fog, and clouds, says Freeman. There are effects scattered light been previously presented in the games. With mixes and sounds that will look great, the ability to just barely look at glimpses and the light catching right after you throw smoke and grenades adds a new level of nuances. He also tapped improvement of the environment of games to increase power and speed of the consoles of the Xbox Series X will mean many times bigger than we've seen before. Oh, that sounds real juicy ass details there. Nice. Let's move on. And with more stuff on the way too, you will also be able to go quicker around. Once driving into higher speed cars, sports cars or flying cars around the Dragon PS screen. Alright, so yeah, stat in PS5. You guys can read the rest of this article. I was running out of time. That's all I'm going to say for now. Links to the description box down below. I'm out of here. Hopefully the Xbox Series X. Hey, if it does better than the PS4, I might get that over to PS5. I don't know. It depends. That's all I can say for now. I'm out of here. Peace out once again, ladies and gentlemen, bros, women, fanboys, and fangirls. And as always, I'll talk to the Nikki Commodities out there. I'll see you when I see you. Guys, have a good day, have a good night, wherever you are in the world or universe. Don't drink smoke at the same time. Don't reckless. Stay tuned more future content channel, including video game reaction review segments, video game industry news, and manga news, and our news, and our 30 video. Peace out, my sauerkraut. Laters and goodbye. I'll see you on the flip side. Take it easy. I'm gone. I'm out. See you guys soon. Very exciting news from Microsoft and Sony. Later.